I'ma trust the whole damn process for the record, till we breaking records. Reminisce about the past days, now we rise and fly. Journeys to the sky, azimuth inside my grip, always know the way now. Beauty fill my days now, take it day by day. Sound couldn't be prouder, cause you know we alive. Hey.
Hi everyone and welcome to Inprocess, Azimuth Theatre's podcast highlighting our community and the voices within it. Welcome to season 2. I'm super excited about this. We're going to highlight the festivals in our city that bring culture year-round to us and bring excitement and entertainment for the people here in Edmonton. To start us off, I thought it'd be great to do a full circle moment and bring back my pals, two halves of one administrator, Morgan Yamada and Sue Goberdhan, the co-artistic producers at Azimuth.
Hi.
And my co-workers. Hi, pals.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, doing great.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
now in video, which I'm like, whole new world. Whole new world. And as always, just shouting out Selina. Hi, Selina.
Whoop, whoop.
The team is back. I'm very excited about this. And I wanted to bring you here not only because, you know, we work together and I wanted to highlight Azimuth, but also because I wanted to highlight Expanse, a beautiful festival that has been going on now for, I think, 18 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. And have you just chat a little bit about it. So why don't we get started with, for the folks who are joining us for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about both of you?
Yes,
Would
we
you like
can.
to go first, Sue?
You betcha.
Let's
I'm like
go.
looking at Sue being like, you're going first, right?
Yes, I'm going first. Yeah, hi, I'm Sue. What do? I do a lot of things, you know? I help run the Azimuth, you know, steering the friendship ship. I am working for Arts Trek as their admin director, which makes me very excited. Right now, I'm the Confluence Fellow for Catalyst Theatre, which is a lot of fun. A lot of work, and I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I'm just singer, writer, actor, living the dream.
Morgan?
My name is Morgan. My pronouns are she, her. I am another steerer of thy ship that is Azimuth. And then I also work as an actor, a fight director, a teacher, an arts educator in many different capacities. And I just like hanging out, making art, hanging out with my dog.
It's a really
Yeah.
good dog.
Ash.
Ashy
Yeah.
Daga.
Yeah. But that's me.
Thanks, pals. Now, can you tell me your capacity within the festival? So, what you do for the festival itself?
After you,
Oh,
please.
sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think for us at Azimuth, what Expanse has become for when me and Sue have kind of taken the reins is it's really like the kind of like highlight of the season. So for us, it's like we ramp up to Expanse, mostly because we get to highlight a lot of like indie producers who have like pieces that have been touring around town. Also, we get to see new work, and I think that's something that's really awesome. And we get to see a beautiful blend of dance and theater. So it's really just like a festival that celebrates bodies on stage.
A lot of what we do too is just kind of like curating this festival to a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, we build a theme around the year and try to help kind of funnel the shows into that theme and help make like a cohesive season. This year, the theme is the future is ours. What are we going to do with it?
All right.
So yeah, we're exploring themes of like, what does artistic practice look like in the future? What do we think the state of the artist is going to be in the future? What do you think the state of the human is going to be in the future? So we have a lot of cool shows kind of taking a look at that side of, you know, mortality, that side of artistry, and yeah.
Let's backtrack a little bit. Tell us about Expanse. Like, what's the environment like? What is the festival actually for you?
This is why I love Expanse, is because people find their own little ways to engage with it, because there is something for everyone. We try to make the festival as accessible as possible. So, you know, we try to have ASL available when possible. We try to provide
Describe
video
and describe performances.
relaxed performances. It's really cool that we're able to see people from like all these different intersections kind of show up and find a way to hang out and get to know each other through the art that happens in the space. And I also love that we have our lobbyist ensemble. Our lobbyists are folks who activate the space outside of our performance spaces, in the lobby or sometimes in found spaces. Folks can like hang out in the lobby and kind of do their thing, but like have art actively moving around them and like building this energy in the space. And it's so exciting.
And it's like intertwined with the work that's happening on stages too. So it's nice that it's kind of informed, and if folks are coming out of like a really impactful piece, they're met with something that'll hold them a little bit on the way out. Or if they're going into like a roaring comedy, then you're gonna be silly in the lobby. So there's like this nice like communication that I think that we can kind of bridge the gap between a theater and the lobby and the outside world, you know? And I think also too what's really cool about Expanse is that there's a lot of outreach that's connected to that. So we get to have our amazing outreach coordinators. They get to go into the community and get to share what kind of the lobbyists are doing, but like in space, in time with folks. So it's nice because I think Expanse is also sneaky in how it impacts community. Yeah.
Now, can you tell me a little bit about the history of Expanse? This is the, correct me if I'm wrong, fourth Expanse you two are running? Third. I was going to say three and I double guessed myself.
No.
So this is the third one you two are running, but the festival's been running for 18 years.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about the history of Expanse?
When Expanse started, it was meant to be a space to explore movement in a small space, because back then Azimuth had a space called the Living Room Playhouse. So the folks who originated the festival, Mariutis and Amber Bratzik,
Amazing human.
we love you. They tried to make a space that could facilitate movement no matter how small the space was. So it started like that, and then eventually it grew into, you know, this whole other beast. I mean, there was, in 2015, it became part of the Chinook series with other festivals as well.
There was like, Chinook was like this beautiful wind that blew in and had all of these festivals jamming together. And it was a place where I think festivals were able to like kind of get some fire so they could like roll on their own kind of thing.
Which is what's happening now. We've all just kind of been able to grow our programming in such a way that we can really elevate the work that we're doing. It's been really, really cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool like with the theme too. I think when we think about Expanse, our understanding of Expanse is also what has been told to us through stories. And that was our theme for last year was generations and how they inform our pasts. And now this year it's like I feel like we actually have a bit more understanding of what Expanse is for us. And I think that's really what led the theme for this year.
I think that's what's gorgeous about Azimuth, like just as its own entity, is that like over the years it has shifted from being, you know, a place that toured shows to schools and prisons to, you know, an incubator for new work to, you know, a movement festival to now we're moving into things like multimedia and which is like pretty cool. And we're able to, as is nimble, and I think that that's so exciting because then the opportunities are limitless. You know, we've produced shows before, but now, you know, we're primarily a presenting house. We've been able to stretch into educational opportunities, which has been amazing and provided such remarkable access for folks to actually up their theater game, to be able to find a space for themselves in the community and to be able to build a community. Because the thing is, our program was built because of the people in our community. The list of people who contributed to building this educational experience, I think we're upwards of like 56, I think.
Yeah.
56 community
it was up
members.
There. It was awesome.
Yeah. Community
this is
members.
when we're like, we should look at our website and get all the numbers.
That's fine.
Check out our website.
I was going to say, do you want to plug the website right now in case folks want to?
www.azimuththeatre.com.
There you go.
And the educational thing that Sue's chatting about is our ASMAP program, which was a mentorship program that we ran for last season, and it was amazing.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the shows for this Expanse? Like, plug them a little bit, tell us what we're in for?
You betcha. Oh, where do we even begin?
Oh, you go first.
Okay, our main stage shows. Our main stage shows are very exciting this year. The first one is coming to us from Mokensis, and it's called Dot. And it is the journey of a dot and all the things it can become, how it can transform through medium, through movement. It's so cool, and I'm so excited for it. And then we have gender. I hardly know them, which is,
is gonna be such a rom.
a tried and true Burton fave.
It really is.
It is, and I think they both represent the concept of time and the way we see the future and the way that we kind of have experienced time, be it as a dot or as a person finding their identity. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then there's also some works in progress, right?
Yeah.
So a part of what me and Sue really hold dear is being able to highlight work that's in process. So the first one is What Shouldn't I Be? Which is going to be very fun.
It's by Mo Ahmed.
Exploring what the life of an artist is and
In the future. Yeah.
And what it's like to sustain as an artist and if being an artist is sustainable. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Creature of Habit is the other one. So Sophie Healy is making this wonderful exploration of your internal self popped out on the inside, on the outside, internal self on the outside.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
We know mechanics. So that's going to also be really cool and a mix of clown and text and movement and it's going to be awesome.
And then we also have our dance curation, which is going to be so awesome.
Which will be released
Shortly.
Ooh.
Hey.
Should we plug the website one more time?
www.azimuththeatre.com.
/Expanse.
Gosh. I gotta say, what I love about this company and what I've really, and I think we hit on this last time in the episode, but I'm just gonna say it again, it really leads through the idea of process. And it's that idea of not everything has to be perfectly polished for it to find a home at Azimuth and for it to have a voice that deserves to be listened to. As you're going through the programming, we have pieces that are a bit more they've toured and they're ready to go. And then we've got pieces that are still in process, in process.
Every time we just need a little
We need a button. Or just Andrés to pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
One time.
But then even with the curation and the lobbyists, there's so many different stages that all of the performances are in. And I think that that's so beautiful because a lot of the times you think as an artist, you need to have a finished, polished product for you to be able to put it out to folks and have it be listened to. But just being able to have a space where people can bring in their work and then also have it progress from being presented, I think it's just, I think it's just wonderful.
Well, and it's that whole thing, right, where I think as artists, we're always striving for this idea of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot of theaters that can do that, and that's awesome. Striving for that ideal, and I think we also need playgrounds.
Yeah.
And we need places where we can try something, and if it's a bit weird,
The stakes are low.
perfect, and the stakes are low, right? That's at least Morgan's 2 cents on it.
No, totally. It makes all the difference in the world to grow when you don't have to be afraid of failure.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the hardest thing. It's you want to make something amazing. You want to make something amazing, but you forget that the road to getting to amazing kind of starts with being sometimes kind of bad. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but I think if you build work with that, taking the pressure off, it's like your backpack gets a little lighter, so then the art you're making is going to be awesome, right? It's one of those things of we can be really hard on ourselves, but the art that's going to come out of it is going to be killer.
The festival series of In Process is brought to you by the Edmonton Heritage Council and Azimuth Theatre's Traversing the Azimuth Multimedia branch. It is our aim to continue to introduce and deepen the relationships between our community and the artists within it. To help keep this podcast going, you can go to azimuththeatre.com/sponsorship.
And now, as individual artists, because we talked about your roles in the company and your roles in the festival, but as individual artists, what excites you about being able to have an opportunity to create an Expanse year after year?
you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I really like a party. I like a party. I like to throw a party. Y'all can giggle, but you know it's true. I love a party, and I like when it all makes sense. You know, when like you show up and it feels like a movie, and that's the dream. You want it to feel like a movie. You want it to feel like you're moving into something that exists outside of time and space. It's just a thing that you get to go to and experience it fully, and that feels really good when we get her done.
Morgan, did you want to add anything on top of that, or?
No. I think that's it. I just like building all of the other things that go along with it. Like
Morgan likes building the automations, the spreadsheets, the
And
contracts,
so good at
and
it,
she's
too.
so good at
fills
it.
my heart with so much joy.
Oh, just so y'all know, Morgan is available to contract out. Visit www.morganyamada.com. It's real. I'm not joking.
So this is just
my God.
promotional material.
Freelance rates are very reasonable. It's worth your time and money.
How many URLs have been quoted in this?
I know, honestly. Oh my gosh.
It's like, and cut.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Oscar.
www.oscarderkx.com. If it hasn't happened, it will.
Who's our amazing editor.
Yeah.
Thanks, Oscar.
Oh my gosh, you too. Oh. And so,
We have no fun.
as a company that pushes process, really being proud in process all the time, like, how do you grapple between that and also like having something that is marketable to folks in our community and something that like can be accessible and also like affordable, but still really pushes the idea of process?
I think something that our outreach team is really good at is being able to reach out to communities that are represented on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing with us programming the work that we do. A lot of the time, communities haven't always felt like they've been like represented on stage, I guess. So I think, and also having like non set rates for our tickets and being able to have a pay what you will system, I think just opens up doors for folks to try out theater and if
Without the
they've-
financial implications.
yeah, where it's not going to be a huge burden to go and see a show.
Yeah.
In terms of like creating something marketable that folks want to come to, you know, this is like a whole other podcast. But when I think about the idea of like something perfect and something marketable, the idea of perfection and excellence, like fundamentally is very patriarchal. It's, it's something that is a colonial, a colonial way of thinking. So, a big part of what we are doing is decolonizing our practice and recognizing that as humans, we are in draft. Our work is in draft. Shout out Nicole Brewer. NicoleBrewer.com. But we do have to look at it in terms of we are providing something that is perfect at being what it is, right? And I think that is in itself is marketable, and that's something that we are putting forward because it's worth it. It's worth it, and we've seen the way artists have taken off from Expanse and just launched into the rest of their careers, and it's been really cool and exciting. So it's worth supporting. It makes sense.
That's great. Thank you, pals. Thank you so much about this. Now, we've talked a lot about Expanse and what it is and the things that are happening, but do you want to tell us when it's happening?
The in-person festival happens on March 23rd to April 2nd.
And the digital festival happens from April 2nd to April 30th.
Which is being curated.
I hated that I did that.
It's by Andrés. If you're, if
you're listening.
Yeah. We gesture to Andrés.
We did a big swooping
it was,
motion across the stage.
And then there was a silence.
It was pretty extra.
Yeah.
So Digital Fest, you've done it in the past in different capacities, right? What excites you about this year?
Now what's exciting is that we can actually like curate some film specific work.
Yeah.
And we get to also show off and share all of the awesome work that the artists of traversing what they've all been doing for the past year, what you've been doing for the past year. Right?
Yeah, for those who don't know, we've got some really cool projects coming down the pipe that will make their premiere at Expanse.
Yeah, and we're having a premiere party, right?
Yeah.
You betcha.
On the closing day of in-person Expanse, we're having a rollin', like, it's like a movie premiere.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
We should get a popcorn machine. I didn't think about that before.
Yeah. Well, Fringe has amazing popcorn.
Oh yeah, Fringe has
Fringe Cafe.
amazing popcorn.
So you can check out.
I take it back.
FrenchCafe.com.
We'll actually have the real URLs on the bottom of the screen and in the comments.
Yes, Oscar, take note.
Man, I cringe for us.
You know, the fact that we are invited back to this.
You know, like, I wish we could say, no, actually, I'm not going to say I wish I could say, because I am happy to say that this is what a regular day in the office is like.
Yeah.
So really, we're being honest.
You know.
Yeah. But no, I'll just jump in and say, like, yeah, I think I'm really excited for Expanse this year to also elongate it so we can create more of a community engagement for a longer period of time and to continue exploring what that can look like in the future years. So again, I'm just very thankful and excited to be able to work with y'all.
Oh, likewise.
Now, how can folks get involved with Expanse?
Yeah. So folks can come out and see shows.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing.
Yeah.
You throw a party. You want people to come.
We also are looking for donors. You know, we have a monthly donor program where you can donate $5 a month or $10 a month or $300 a month. The world is your oyster, baby. And that money keeps the lights on. It makes work like this happen. It makes work like this happen. It makes work like this happen. It pays for our existence. It pays for Azimuth to keep innovating and to keep trying new things and engaging artists in our community. So please consider donating. www.azimuththeatre.com. That is the last
donate.
time I will make that joke, I
donate.
promise.
But I also think too, this year is really fun because we have more of an idea now that we've run a few of these is how we can actually engage with volunteers. So if folks are wanting to volunteer, we need folks handing out masks at the door for folks who want to run our merch tables.
Yes.
And to be able to like just be a part of community and getting some feedback from audiences, because for us how we work is so based on the information that we get from people, because it really does like steer the ship. It's like we're those podcasts as people who are like, yeah, I read every review. We do. So
And we do.
right? So it's like it's helpful and it informs how we move forward.
Okay, so I'm somebody who wants to get involved or who wants to come see a show, and you've mentioned that you have pay what you will options, which is great for someone like me because, you know, money's tight. Where do I go?
Yeah, you go to
The
Fringe Arts Barns.
Nice. And now,
Fringe Theater Arts Barns at the Westbury Theater.
and can I make this a day? Like, can I make a day of
Yes, you
it?
can make a day of it.
We'll also have panels and workshops that are going on.
Yes. There's also the Fringe Cafe, which is delicious.
It's amazing to hang out at.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. The coffee is delicious. The company is
Prime.
creme de la
Yeah.
creme.
And we'll be hanging around, so if anyone wants to come say hi, we're totally open
We're
to
at that table in the corner
Every day.
every day.
Every day. Oh, thank you, pals. I want to close this off with a bit of more rapid fire questions that are a bit more about just joyful things.
Love it. Let's go.
I think we've talked about Expanse enough, but just before I do move on, is there anything that I've missed or anything else you'd like to highlight?
No.
No.
Oh, nailed it. All right. I'm going to start off with just like, I've asked you this already once, but if it's shifted.
Ooh, I love
What
it.
is your current favorite snack? Morgan first and then Sue?
I have a blizzard waiting for me at home.
Oh,
Lucky ducky.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite right now because it's all I can think about.
yeah. Can I ask what kind of blizzard it
I
is?
don't know. It's a surprise.
A surprise blizzard.
Yeah, my partner won. Like,
Wow.
fully win of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
What
What about you,
gift?
Sue?
I'm not a snacky person, but I'm currently co-hosting a show called This Canadian Life, which will be on Telesoptic TV at some point. And one of the guests brought their favorite snack, which is called cuttlefish snack. It's delicious. It was so good, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. This was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like, delicious. They're like these lovely little chips.
All right.
Cuttlefish snack.
All right. I like that it's cuttlefish.
Me
'cause,
too.
You know. Yeah.
Have you seen a cuttlefish?
No, I don't want to think about
Yeah.
it. No.
They're cuter in theory.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
No, that's okay.
Now, do either of you have a song or a jam that you're like vibing to nowadays? Like, especially like currently?
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
I mean, you've been curating playlists for the last little bit, so
For my
yeah.
whole life, I think. Yeah, what's my vibe right now? I'm in a throwback mood.
Yeah.
We've been bumping Janet Jackson in the office a lot. All for you. That's a jam, a jammy jam.
Oh, and just like Shania.
Oh, Shania all day, every day.
This is an office
Every
that really
day.
loves Shania.
We love
my
Shania
gosh.
in this house.
Up,
Yeah.
up. There's
No
no
way
way
but up from here. Yeah. We love Shania.
Shania.
There's so many tickets for the November concert right now. I'm just saying, they're all there.
Yep, that's their vibe.
Yeah. Read any good books lately?
No.
No.
Who has time to read? Not I.
What Shania to listen to?
Exactly. There's only so many hours.
The lyrics count. We'll count the lyrics.
Oh, in that case,
like-
I am a novelista. I know
Yeah.
all of them.
What about any TV shows that you're watching recently that you're really hooked on?
I started rewatching again. This is terrible. I'm rewatching Jane the Virgin again because it's really good. Really good. Very funny. I love it. Selina agrees. She knows what's up.
Yeah. We're getting nods. Yeah.
We love Jane the Virgin. I also just rewatched the first 3 seasons of Community. We love Community.
Yeah.
I'm about to start The Last of Us.
I know. I got to get on that.
Hasn't
but-
happened yet, but I'm on my way, and it's gonna wreck me. I just know it. But here we
know.
go.
Favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Ooh, I'm a sucker for a good Shirley Temple.
All right.
You know, it's a classic. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I really like fall, and I really like UGG boots, and I really like PSLs.
I knew that was coming.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you know me, you know I count down the days till October.
What's your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Oh, I hate to admit it, and it's gonna be boring. I love a good Coke Zero.
Honestly, true,
Right?
delicious.
Just good to go. That or like I've been really in a matcha lately, like mood. So anytime that I get matcha, it's a good time.
I'm
Yeah.
also like that boring person who's like, I will have a plain soda water
Yeah.
without the lime.
I get that. My Soda Stream changed my life.
Yeah, I need to get one.
www.
No. No.
I did it.
Let's close this all up. Final question. What is your favorite part of the festival?
Hanging with my friends.
Yeah?
Yeah, the community. It's the best part. The best part.
And I just love the lobbyists. I love what they do. I'm so pumped. And this year we have a new team running.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kijo and Lauren, they're gonna crush it.
Oh,
And that's what I'm so pumped for. I'm so excited.
thank you so much. Like, just for everything, for being here. I heckin' love the two of you so much.
We heckin' love you.
As I close off, I also want to thank Canada Council for the Arts for the original funding of our first season, and Edmonton Heritage Council for the second season funding for the festival season. I also want to thank the Playhouse for letting us come in and record here. Selina, Painchaud, our amazing technician. Thank you so much for joining us for another season. Oscar Derkx, our amazing editor. And of course, like all of you, thank you for listening. I look forward to seeing when we have an audience here. So come and join us, and keep your eyes peeled on the Azimuth Theatre social media, and also www.azimuththeatre.com. azimuththeatre.com. For information on you, you can come watch live in-process recordings. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye!
Hey, pal.
Enjoying the conversation?
Traversing the Azimuth is a brand new branch of Azimuth Theatre, aimed at connecting artists with a wider community, deepening mutual understanding, and getting to share each artist's process and journey.
You can help out by going to azimuththeatre.com/sponsorship. Your sponsorship will go straight into paying more artists to come and share what it means for them to be proudly in process.
For more information on Traversing the Azimuth, go to azimuththeatre.com/traversing.